Hello and welcome, this is rooflemonger, and in today's video I want to talk about old Android 16 himself and his fall from grace. Android 16 was debatably one of the best characters in Season 1, and it's pretty funny because during Season 1 of Dragon Ball FighterZ, when everyone was complaining about Cell, Bardock, Kid Buu, Android 16 were all so much stronger than Cell was, right? And it took us a long time to honestly realize that, among other things. So 16 in Season 1 is a powerhouse. Now, you could argue if he was the best character in Season 1. I don't agree with that myself, but he's definitely one of the best characters in Season 1. And here we are now, years later, we're in Season 3, and 16 is one of the worst characters in the game, straight up. I'd say he's better than Videl, but that's about it. Better than Videl, and better than Videl is not a flag you want to wave. That is not a title you want to put on top of your head, right? Because that ain't very good. So in this video, hey, let's talk about why he was so good back then and just why he's kind of rotten right now. So let's harken back to the old days of Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 1. What was so busted about Android 16? Well, one, he was a character with a command grab, and definitely in the game at the time, the best command grab in the game. And it's a lot more than just it was fast, right? There's a fair amount of characters that have 17 frame grabs. Broly, probably most famous for it, right? So yeah, he had a 17 framer, and it's very hard to react to that. Like, you know, the other ones that are a lot slower, sure, whatever. If you're asleep at the wheel, you still get grabbed, but the 17 framer, hard to deal with. But the big thing about that was the regular old light command grab. This guy right here gave a true hard knockdown, and that was kind of nuts. So normally in this game, the only way to get that hard knockdown is through a level 3 super. So you got to invest a lot of meter into getting that hard knockdown, unless you're also Adult Gohan, which is a whole other thing, because he was just as bad for that stuff back in Season 1. But the main thing is, you spend a lot of resource to get a very advantageous situation. The hard knockdown, the whole delay tech, up tech, back tech, whatever, all that's out the window, right? Especially in Season 1 where level 3s were much stronger than they are now when it comes to setup stuff for your level 3. You basically had to eat a multi-layer mix, right? Am I going to go high, low? Am I going to cross you up? Or I'm just going to throw you or Dragon Rush you? You had to guess, right? And it was a very scary guess. And Android 16 got that off this, which he would do all the time because, yo, it's a very fast grab. And he could, besides just getting it by itself raw, like, you know, just do a basic tick or something, he could always combo into it. As long as he had one assist, and he was never the anchor, so he's always going to have at least one assist, he could always combo into it. So every combo, he got the same level of mix a level 3 super gives you, except he didn't have to spend a single bar to do it, and you're probably going to die if you guess wrong. So was the hard knockdown off the command grab broken? Absolutely. Oh my god. Did I abuse it? You friggin' bet I did. Oh my god. It was amazing. I loved it. It was great. But besides that, there was plenty more busted stuff. The old Stand Heavy. And you know what? Even though he sucks now, honestly, he's not very good. This Stand Heavy is still a really good Stand Heavy. It's still a really good move. I can't really fault it, but it used to be so much more. One of the things about it is it used to be projectile invincible. So if you're like, you know, old man Cell here and you're like, well, I'm going to do my Kamehameha, 16 could just go right through it. Like, it didn't really matter. And of course, all sorts of immunity to Ki Blasts and all that kind of stuff, right? Nowadays, well, not so much. And of course, this applied not only to this, but also the aerial version and his down heavy as well. Although the stand heavy version was definitely the version that was used the most for this. But yeah, effectively, he got to laugh off big parts of the neutral because he's just coming to town. He's trucking in, and there was very little you could do to stop it. On top of the fact that it has a great hitbox and it is armored, so you never really want to challenge it with a button. And if you tried to challenge it with a projectile, well, then you just got hit. So he had the amazing grab, the busted grab, honestly. He had the stand heavy that just said screw neutral. And he also had this. So his auto combo, the last hit is a true grab. So the enemy's blocking right now, as you can see here. And if you space it correctly, here we go. It's a true grab, right? And in Season 3 of Dragon Ball FighterZ and Season 2, and even Season 1, characters who have an auto combo, have a grab ender, there's a lot of little cute tricks you can do with managing assist blocks and stuff to make sure the enemy can get the grab, right? Because normally, if you just smash, the grab will whiff, right? But that wasn't the case for Android 16. If you space it just a little bit here, just go light, and then light again, you actually could get that grab to connect. So the enemy is just in an unwinnable, unenviable situation where as soon as you block the first two parts of the auto combo, it is immediately guess grab into full combo, because once again here, you can just homing dash and all that from there, right? Or guess like something like a down or stand medium. So you immediately on the spot had to guess, you know, okay, am I going to jump this or not, or just try to avoid it or not? And that's just off the most basic thing. There's no other commitment. There's no assist needed. There's no previous setup needed. It just worked that way, and it was that powerful. It's the closest thing this game had to like truly feeling like you're up against Zangief in Street Fighter or something like that. Because every time you block the first two hits of the auto combo, which is the most basic thing in this game, like every level of play from the lowest to the highest, you're going to be blocking, you know, first two hits of an auto combo. That's just how this game works, right? So every time that happened, you're immediately in guess throw or guess strike every single time. I abused the hell out of it. I'll be the first one because I played a lot of 16, but it was absolutely unfair. So these are some of the tools he had, and they were taken away from him. All these game-breaking advantages, they were all taken away from him before Season 2 even started. That is not the Season 2 changes. Those were nerfed by the end of Season 1, right? And then Season 2 came along, and it just got worse. He certainly didn't, quote-unquote, need these broken things, although they were very nice to have as someone who played them, right? But he didn't need them, right? But here's where the real bad stuff comes. So Season 2 came, and that wasn't enough, right? And the big things is they nerfed the hell out of his damage, and they nerfed the hell out of his meter gain. Meter is the lifeblood of this game. You need meter. And his meter gain is among the lowest in the game now. Like, I'll show you a quick example here. I'm going to hit slow-mo and just show you the meter, just to show how little meter he gains off his dunks now. Did you see that? You see that little nublet of meter that was gained? You know, as you probably know, he does a lot of dunks in a combo. That's his signature, right? And every time you get some dunks in, you, depending on where they are in the combo structure, have to deal with the fact that that is going to get you no meter, that hit, basically. And just combined with the damage nerfs and all that, it just really, really sucks. And yeah, in Season 3 he got some buffs, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. It turns out in this specific instance, when you had a character who was very admittedly top tier, and you took away all of his best toys and then just really hit him hard with the nerf bat, he became a bad character. He went from S tier to C tier, right? And, you know, there's certainly other villainous top tier characters from Season 1, like, well, let's look at the team here, right? Bardock. He's eaten a lot of nerfs. Still one of the best characters in the game. Cell. He's eaten a lot of nerfs. He's still a very strong character, in my opinion, anyways. And Kid Buu. Kid Buu's eaten a mountain of nerfs. Like, Kid Buu was way more busted in 16 rather was, in my opinion, Season 1. He's eaten a ton of nerfs since then. And where is he? Still debatably the best character in the game, because he's just that good. So these characters nerf resistant, I guess if you can put it that way. But poor old 16... he is a shadow of the character he used to be. In Season 2, he basically disappeared because on top of all the nerfs, you know, the whole big character fuzzy situation, which only got worse and worse and worse as Season 2 went on, sure. And we're at a point now where, you know, he's just not really a thing anymore. There's still people that play him, right? Like, he's not, like, invisible, right? But he certainly is just one of the worst characters in the game now. I don't think that's in any way, shape, or form debatable. So I guess the purpose of this video is this. One, just a little history lesson, you know, the rise and fall of Android 16. And also, I think he has served his time. I don't know what the future has as far as like balance patches and all that go, right? I can guarantee you before it's all said and done, we'll have another balance patch. Maybe it'll come with the next DLC character. I don't know, right? I think we're due at this point. But yeah, Android 16 has served his time. He is, whatever crimes you think he may have committed in the past, that time is now over, and I think he does need some buffs. What could those buffs be? At the very minimum, I say give him back some meter on the dunks, and revert some of the damage nerfs, just so he can gain meter and do damage like a regular character. But other than that, hey, let me know what you think. Do you think he served his time? Do you think he's finally allowed to be let out of jail for his crimes in Season 1? What kind of buffs would you like to see for him, if you'd like to see him at all? If you somehow think he's still busted, hey, I guess let me know as well. But yeah, I've just been really thinking about it. I made a tweet the other day, and yeah, it was just kind of a jokey tweet maybe. But then I sat and really thought about it. I'm like, hey, Android 16 deserves better. Like, maybe he was annoying to play against in Season 1 and whatever, but he's legitimately, and I know I'm known for Broly, right? But honestly, 16 is the most fun I've ever had in this game. Even after partway through Season 1 when they took away the really broken stuff, I still had mountains of fun with the character, right? And I would like to see him be at least some kind of viable again in the future. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. So my friends, hey, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.